Again, his forces have pounded towns held by rebels east and west of Tripoli. The most intense action has been for control of Zawiya, where doctors said at least 40 people died today. And there's more fighting at the port of Ras Lanuf and the nearby town of Bin Javad. Tomorrow, NATO members will meet to discuss the international response to the violence in Libya. Mark Mardell is in Washington for us. Mark.
Well, President Obama's administration is making it crystal clear there will be no military intervention in Libya without international backing, and that in practice means that of the United Nations, and we don't see any sign of change from Russia and Chinese opposition to that. But it does mean that the coming meetings of NATO and the European Union and the Arab League are all the more critical. That's what happens when America holds back. In the Mediterranean, there's no shortage of American military might. An aircraft carrier and its strike group are just off Libyan waters, and now NATO has ordered 24-hour air surveillance of the country, but it's reluctant to give a political lead.
NATO is not looking to intervene in Libya, but we have asked our military to conduct the necessary planning for all eventualities.
President Obama has a stark dilemma. His mission has been to project a new America after Iraq, one that is not gung-ho to impose its will at gunpoint. He's very aware that Gaddafi has accused the US of planning a no-fly zone to steal Libyan oil, and that some military reality too. The US military says stopping all flights by Colonel Gaddafi's Air Force would be a complex operation, taking units away from Afghanistan. First, air defences around the government's strongholds of Tripoli and Sirte would have to be taken out, risking civilian casualties. Enforcing a no-fly zone would need hundreds of fighter jets, supported by other larger aircraft for radar and refuelling, warships for radar cover, and helicopters for search and rescue. In Iraq, such an operation cost $1.5 billion a year, and it would raise new questions.
Certainly to impose the initial no-fly zone may take a matter of days, but if the political aim is to support the rebellion, what if the rebellion lasts 2 years? Are we willing to make the commitment for that amount of time?
Military operations have to have clear political objectives, and at the moment the international community is far from united. Now, some think the no-fly zone is simply irrelevant here, and they're rather scornful about it, but it has become a symbol of how much the world is willing to intervene in Libya, and what happens when the world's only superpower wants to take a backseat. Fiona.